Hey figure fans, Gil the Gilness here for 3 for 10 Toys. Time for another look at some vintage goodies, and today we're looking at one of my favorite lines from back in the day, the Robo Force line of toys from Ideal, and this was back in 1984 that these guys first saw the light of day at toy stores, and you may or may not have noticed them. A lot of people that I run across at shows, if I have some of these out on the table for sale, these particular ones here are mine for my collection, but if I have some for sale, a lot of people, even my age, that grew up, around the time that these were out in stores, will still ask me, what are those? Where did they come from? And I don't know if they were just missed, maybe because the Transformers were just coming out, that kind of overpowered the Robo Force stuff. That's the only thing I can really think of, but I remember them. I remember seeing them on the shelves and loving them. I had a bunch of them when I was a kid. This was my favorite one, of course, Wrecker. For some reason, always loved Wrecker, and that's why I have him also boxed here. So recently acquired boxed and loose versions. This box is open, it's not. I mean, if I shook the box, Wrecker would get wrecked. He'd go all over the place. So I made him look real nice for the video inside there. But we'll take a closer look at the box in a minute. But yeah, these were some of my favorites growing up. They have these suction cups on the bottom, so you can actually, put them, like for instance, oh, it's not really sticking to my hand, but there you go. Yeah, and then he pops off. So you could put it on like the side of the refrigerator or something like that, and they would stay. Also, I don't have the weapons for a lot of these, but you could put weapons into their hands here, and then they all have these little buttons on the back here, where when you push them, it makes them do like rock'em sock'em robot, I guess, type movement. So it's that mechanism on the back. So interesting line, different, obscure, right up my alley, of course, the stuff that I like. Also, you could take these little, pins or whatever you want to call it off, and the arms will extend, but I'm not going to do that on this one because they do break, and I'd rather not break my favorite Robo Force guy. But this is 100, one of the bad guys, I believe. There's a whole bunch of these, by the way, so this is not by any means a complete collection. This is just a few examples that I figured I'd show you guys here today on the video. But he lifts up there, and he's got some weapons in there to fire at you. So he's one of the bad guys. And then we've got Blazer. I'm not sure if Blazer was a good guy or a bad guy, but so you see what happens over time is some of this plastic does start to go a little funky, so it'll be a little difficult for him to stick to anything, but he still displays pretty nicely. These stickers also don't always make it through the years. This one's not too bad. He's peeling a little bit there, and Wrecker's in pretty good shape as far as stickers go, which is surprising. And then this guy here, this is Max Steel. So he's the good guy, the main good guy, and he's a little bit different in his design here for the sticky pad. Maybe I can get him to, yeah, a little bit, yeah. All right, so there you go. Let's see if he still works pretty good there. Not too bad. He's got a little bit of wear here. His stickers aren't too bad. I think this comes off here. It's maybe a storage compartment or whatever you want to call it. There's the back of him. They're cool. They're kind of, clunky, chunky figures. A little different. Like I said, obscure. Let's take a look at the box real quick. There you go, Robo Force, Wrecker. So you see those are the weapons that they all kind of came with. Here's Max Steel. And we've got 100 there. There's an old price tag up there. Jamesway. I don't know what Jamesway is. You can take a look at the top of the box. And then there's the side there where it talks about the gripper suction base and the powerful crusher arms. And then there's the Ideal Toy logo. And if we look on the back here, we see some of the other ones. Look at that, there actually were quite a few. Cruel, Vulgar, Enemy. Maybe he was the leader, Enemy. I thought 100 was the main guy, maybe not. Copter, Max Steel, Wrecker, Sentinel, Soda, the Creator. That sounds very official. And Blazer, the Igniter. Oh boy. So Blazer, Wrecker, and Max Steel are all good guys. So we've got 3 good guys here and 1 of the bad guys, 100. So Wrecker has a bio here. Very 80s-like. A lot of these toys all had these written bios on the back, like G.I. Joe and Transformers. It's something I miss when you look at the back of a toy package, right? When you see the list of all the figures that are available, a bio about the figure that you've got so you learn about them and how he kind of interacts with the rest of these. It's just a shame that we don't really have too much of that anymore these days. But there's Wrecker. You can see that the packaging versus what we actually get is a little bit different, right? So the colors are slightly off, especially in the face there. That's kind of interesting. And the base pattern is, oh no, it just happens to be turned a little bit differently, so you can turn him. Again, I'm not going to do that. These are brittle. You never know when they'll break. But there, let's see, he fell over. There we go, now he looks better again. So that's him, that's Wrecker. Now, I've got something else here to show you, which I recently won off of an online auction. And I saw the pictures, so I kind of have an idea of what it is. But then again, I really kind of don't. So it's this package here. And inside is all Robo Force stuff. So we're going to go ahead and open it up and see what's inside. Okay, so let's see what we got here. We'll slide that out. Put that off to the side. And we'll start going through it. So first up, we've got a cap here, a baseball type of sort of cap. Oh, wow. Oh, and stuff's falling out of it. It's ripped a little bit there, but you see it says Robo Force. It's got the characters all along the side. That's pretty cool. This would never fit my head, but it is very cool. The brim is a little, dare I say, use the word kind of cheapy material type. So it looks like it does rip fairly easily. So this is not something you'd want to put on your head. Not at all. So this here, it says 1984 CBS. So I should have mentioned before, RoboForce actually had a cartoon and a comic book to go along with it. Most like every 80s property license that was out at the time. But I'm thinking the CBS is here because maybe the cartoon was on CBS? I don't know. I don't remember that part. So there you go. There's the hat. Let's keep going. We've got a button here with Max Steel. It's kind of a lenticular button. So it gives a little bit of a 3D effect. I don't know if that's coming across on the video too well. Yeah, I guess so. You can kind of see that. So there's a button that came with this set. We've got caution, pin used to attach button to clothing has a sharp point. Oh my. Well, good thing they let us know about that. And we've got a membership card, RoboForce membership card. So there's Ideal, and then again, 1984 CBS Toys. Okay, so, you know, I learn something new every day. There's always something to learn in this hobby. So once you think you know everything, you know nothing. So I guess Ideal and CBS Toys are the same thing. So there you go. 1984 CBS Toys, a division of CBS Incorporated, and Ideal membership card, RoboForce membership cards. This is sort of like a membership packet, I guess, that you would have gotten. This, I think, is a transfer, like a t-shirt transfer. Yeah, preheat, dry, between wool and cotton. Yeah, so you see that there. You would put this on a t-shirt and iron it, a blank t-shirt, and this would transfer onto the t-shirt and you'd have a Robo Force t-shirt. So that's pretty cool that that's lasted all these years, right? What else we got? Here we go, a certificate. Robo Force, this certifies that, and you put your name, so Gil the Gilness is a member in good standing in the Robo Force fan club with Max Steel right there. And again, there's those trademarks. That's awesome. It is a very official feeling document as well. It's a good card stock there. That's very cool, right? Okay, and then the last item, oh no, not last, but another item we have here. This is Robo Force Magazine, Robot Mania. Oh my goodness. Oh, look at all this. Holy mackerel. Oh, there's just some stuff in here. Oh my. Now, let me put this down. I'm gonna move this out of the way again, because we're gonna need some room. Okay. So let's take a look. We'll start over again. So there's, my goodness, Alvin and the Chipmunks from Ideal. This is our table of contents. The Erector set. Here's the Ideal Presents Robo Force. That's kind of an ad too. We've got an editorial. What's this? Slam Shifters. Oh my goodness, this has gone so beyond Robo Force now. Max's Mailbox, that's cool. Oh my goodness. Mangalores, look at that. An ad for Mangalores. This is crazy. Max's Mailbox continues. Oh my gosh. Video games you can throw your body into. Okay. This is crazy. What else we got? Wow. What were these called again? High risers. Okay, high risers. I do have one of these here in the hobby room, in the showroom here. Chemcraft. Oh my gosh. There's some technology about improving different things here, I guess. I don't want to spend too much time on some of this stuff, but there's definitely some cool stuff in here. My goodness. Very unexpected to see stuff like this. The secrets behind special effects in movies. Look, we've got Star Wars in here. Oh wow, look at all that. So a series of mechanical puppet heads creates the illusion of rapid aging, and something wicked this way comes. Very cool. It's a good movie. Space colonies. You didn't quite get there yet, huh? Knight Rider. This is the Cutoff Challenge. Leaping Lizards. Oh my. This goes so beyond what I thought it was going to be. My goodness. Past, present, and future of robots. Time Factor. Oh man. There's some weird stuff. C-3PO. And that's the big Max Steel. Also a Robo Force toy. Robots Today from 1984. lighted slam shifters. Oh, and then we have the comic. Some of the comic here, some of the Robo Force comic. That's cool. So you can read a little bit up on what these are all about and their story. And some of the board games: Mousetrap, Hands Down, Kerplunk, and Rebound. Wow. Lasers, all about lasers. Missing a page here, there we go. That's more about the lasers. All right, we've got some activities, the Robo Force maze. More old toys here. Oh wow. Blackmail in orbit? I don't even want to know. A little short story, I guess. And, here's something interesting. So first, Othello. And then this here says, by the year 2010. I think this is worth taking a look. Movies will become three-dimensional using holograms. Some movies will also have systems that enable the audience to feel as well as hear and feel the action. For example, the hero leaps over a fence to escape an enemy. You'll feel his heartbeat and impact as he lands. Oh my goodness. School schedules will be organized to meet kids' individual needs. Tests will indicate what time in each day student reaches his or her intellectual peak. All right. Using new discoveries about brain chemistry, scientists will be able to adjust the substance that control memory. Oh, wow. Future parents will be able to freeze an embryo until they're ready to have their child. Well, lasers will be used to flatten uneven farm fields to prevent water from running. I don't know about that one. Jewelry made from alloys found in space will be valuable and sought after, just as diamonds. All right. Improved plants will revolutionize farms. Some plants will no longer need fertilizer because they will supply their own. Oh my goodness. Because of inflation, a 12-ounce can of soda pop may cost $4.75, a loaf of bread $8, quart of milk $5.75, and a movie $33, and a pack of gum $2. That one is actually kind of spot on. So that's interesting. By the year 2010, as predicted from 1984. And that's the magazine there. What is this? Power Cruiser. Some of these old Ideal toys. My goodness, what craziness was that, huh? Robo Force magazine. And then this is just a backer that was keeping everything nice inside. But this final item here, I think, is a poster. Oh my. It sure is. It's going to be a big one. We'll do our best here to take a look at it. Oh, wow. Yeah. So there's the bottom, there's the middle, and there's the top. That's cool. Robo Force poster. So there it is. So this was like a membership packet. Was not expecting quite all of that. There's the hat. There's the certificate, the transfer, the button, the membership card. Can't forget our caution so we don't hurt ourselves with that pin. And what a set. Yeah, this was one heck of a auction win, I guess. Did not expect that. So there we go. There's Robo Force from 1984. So back in 2012, Robo Force was actually sold. The license was sold to a company called Toyfinity. And they were going to do some stuff with it. I think some prototypes might have gotten out. I don't know if they ever actually produced figures, but definitely some pictures came out of what they were going to do with it, and maybe some other stuff. I know there was a website at the time, but that didn't quite take off. But now the Nacelle Company is really run with this. There's a cartoon There's a comic again. There's figures. The figures are much different than these, but they're really cool. They're huge. They're pretty big. They look really cool. They, of course, are based on the original characters. So, you know, you'll have your Wrecker in there, Max Steel. So reimagining of those characters. Definitely check that out. I think Walmart's have them right now as I'm filming this video, which is in October of 2025. So yeah, you can go out there and look for those if you're looking for modern versions of the old stuff. But for me, nothing beats the old stuff. I appreciate the new stuff, and I definitely appreciate Nacelle Company for all that they've done for old toys and retro modern toys. But I always love, obviously, the old stuff. So I'll be putting these back into my showroom here, back where they belong. And I guess I gotta find a spot for the membership stuff. I don't know how I'm gonna display that, but it's too cool. It has to be kept for sure. So there you go. There's Robo Force. Glad you all stuck around here for this one. I think it was pretty cool going through that magazine. So if you want to see more of that, let me know. I'm happy to send you some pictures if you wanted to see something specific out of the magazine. I know I had to go through it a little quick there, but there was definitely some cool stuff in there. And that wraps up for today with Robo Force. Thank you everybody for watching. Greatly appreciated as always. Please like, subscribe, comment, tell your friends, all that good stuff. And we will come back very soon for the next video. Thanks everybody.